Those were great ideas, Yvonne. Thank you so much for sharing. So what I want to share with you all tonight is a little bit about what place you might be in with your business. You know, I've been here 28 years, and I'd like to say I started when I was 10, but we all know that's not true, right? And I've seen a lot of people come and go in the business over the years. We've had a lot of different show types. We've had freezer meal workshops. We've had express parties. We've had station-style shows. And now we have virtual parties, right? Yes? Yep. It is the place where a lot of our customers are. And so I ask you to really adopt it in some way, some level, in order to be able to stay here and grow and teach and understand social networking. If you haven't already, you really need to take a look at that. I'm not saying to abandon cooking parties. I'm just saying that I think you really need to take a serious look at this if you haven't. So what I want to talk to you about is where you are in your business right now. Ask yourself, who am I really? The answer to that's pretty simple if you just say a name, right? Not like Becky. It's not like your name. But really, it's more accurately a set of names. A combination of names that add up to who you are and who you define yourself as. You see, you can have a name on a license and still feel nameless. There's something about the power of a name. In Proverbs it says, a good name is more desirable than great riches. You know, a good name is what we want most or more than anything, and we'll spend more time and more energy trying to make a great name for ourselves than anything else. But we all have names on the inside, the ones we don't talk about. It's who we call ourselves when we're behind the scenes. Those names that we don't want anybody to know. Maybe they're said to us out loud, and maybe they're not. But as it relates to your business, or as it relates to virtual parties, I'm going to really ask you to take a look at where you are and what you're saying your name is to yourself. Let me give you an example outside of the business, and then you can relate it to the business. Okay.
I'm here.
Can you still see me here? Yes. All right, so one of those hidden names for me is that I'm a middle child. And I still get teary-eyed when I think about what... Is my time up already?
That was your last time.
Right?
You have extra time.
Right as I say I'm a middle child, which makes me feel like I'm not enough. The tiger.
It all happens for a reason. I love you.
It's just affirmation about what I think sometimes. So, you know what you might be saying to yourself right now about Pampered Chef in general? About Pampered Chef in general, or about where you are with the virtual business?
We're sisters.
Oh yeah, we've been through a lot together. You might be saying you're feeling inept. You also might be saying to yourself, well, you know what, I'm just too busy. Or you might really be being honest with yourself and saying, I'm lazy. You might be feeling about the whole virtual thing or where the business is going, you might be feeling a little skeptical. And you might be thinking you can't jump into that because it's not fun, it's not personal. Or maybe you tell yourself, well, I can't do that because I'm disorganized. Or maybe you tell yourself, it's okay where I'm at with the business because I don't do Disney. It sounds like that rang true with some of you. Or you might just be saying, I've been here a long time and I'm too tired. to really jumpstart and move to the next level. Or maybe you're saying, well, I lack passion and I'm okay with it because I'm too old. And I am definitely not techie. So therefore, I have no time. But maybe it's just because you're scared. Or, worse yet, you think it's a fad. So right now I want you to think about what name you keep calling yourself, that you keep hidden, because you don't want it out there, because it's not positive. And I want on one of those name tags you were given to take a minute and write that name down and fold it up and put it in your pocket or in the back of your name tag folded. Nobody needs to see it, but you need to come clean and write it down that this is the negative space I'm calling myself right now. Okay, so take a minute, please, and really do that. I'll give you a minute till the time, unless the timer goes off, and then I'm done. But okay, we got a minute. Do y'all have your name? I would say stand up, but that would take away from my minute. So I'm going to ask you to just give me a wave. You have something written? You're really participating? Otherwise, put on there not participating. Okay? All right, here's the thing. When you make a name, it's up to you to keep it or to get rid of it. What name have you been calling yourself that you want to get rid of and onto a new name? So my question is, do you want a better name? Do you want a good name? Yes?
Yes.
Oh, louder than that. Yes? Yes! Then I feel like these next teachers that come up, these next leaders, are going to give you what it takes to move towards a new and better name. So I want you to choose to listen tonight with an open mind about where you want to head and to learn what you need to learn to get there. And I'll be back at the end to help you take the next step. Thank you. What a night, right? Are you excited? Yes, you have a lot of new information to go home and use already. Already worth the price of admission for being here, right?
Yes.
So I want to ask you to dig deep back into what we talked about earlier tonight. Because you get to choose the direction that you go, and you get to choose what name you want to start calling yourself, rather than that old name that you folded up and hid earlier. So let me talk for just a minute about that, because I use the word fad last. Even if the virtual party world is a fad for 2 to 5 or 8 or however many years, are you willing to miss out on the income for those 2 to 5 to however many years? Really? Especially when you hear all these amazing numbers. I mean, our team sold in June what we sold in November other years. Wow. So there really is a lot of opportunity for you. You get to make a decision. So let me give you some ideas of maybe what you're sitting there thinking tonight. So maybe you got excited when you heard Gina's story, or when you heard Becca, or when you heard all the different things. And it might have made you think, Okay, I'm open. Maybe you're calling yourself open. I'm open to listening. I'm open to learning. Or maybe like Chris, you're feeling like, okay, I have a little bit more passion right now. I can be a passionate person. Maybe even from hearing all these stories tonight, you're willing to make some time in your business on a daily basis and to start to maybe even commit. And maybe even beyond that, because maybe now you're thinking, okay, I can pay for the car I need, or I can pay for the college tuition. So I'm all in. And I'm ready and willing here at conference to go ahead and open my mind to be able to learn. And you might even be thinking about that promotion that you've wanted, or the excellence award, or whatever it is. And start saying to yourself that you're ready. I'm ready. Not only ready, but the all-important willing to give it a try. Even though our daughters that played sports said, they say she called us from college once, they told me there is no trying, there's only doing. So you can take that for your level. But if you are ready to try, then you really probably need to make a plan so that you can take the chance. Maybe you're even going to start calling yourself, I'm a virtual party success, and start calling yourself that so it happens. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Because no matter what name you pick, if you take and work towards it, you'll be able to call yourself a rock star. So what I want you to start to think of on that other name tag, and you can even put it on after you write, but what good name do you really want to start calling yourself in order to be able to make it for yourself? Because remember, a good name is worth more than any riches. And once you start to call yourself that name, you'll start to live that way, right? And I wish all the best for you. So take a minute, write down what good name you want to call yourself, and then also think of one thing that you could do to move in that direction. One, okay? Do that now, because once you leave and hit the door, I know you won't. So please do that. Wave your hand as soon as you have your good name. Now that other one's tucked in your pocket or behind your name tag, but that good name can go right on your chest and talk to your director, your leader, the person next to you. So how many people have a good name written down now of what you want to call yourself? Oh, come on, we got to get to more than half your people. How about if you stand real quick, if you have your name, your good name.
I know, be careful.
So now there's pressure if you're sitting.
Oh, it feels good to stand.
All right.
For me and Shelley.
Okay, so here's the thing. Take that name, take that one thing you're willing to do and make that be your topic as you go to all the workshops. Ask the person in front of you, next to you, behind you, one question that will help you go in the direction you want to go towards that name. And I wish you a lot of success and Godspeed and a wonderful conference. Thank you.